Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to the kookiest corner of YouTube. Today I have been doing an inventory of some of my supplies, and one of those supplies being my sets of gel pens, and I thought that you might want to know a little about the pens that I've got. I use them in mixed media work such as these, and I often use gel pens to I can't speak again. Teeth in properly, rewind. I use gel pens to add accents to my pieces, usually just to add a little bit of interest, a little bit of glitter, a little bit of sparkle, and I use them quite a lot. So without further ado, I will take you through my sets of pens. Now, let me grab my little pencil case. All of my gel pens are kept in here. I have just organised them into sets because I'm trying to be a little bit more organised, and it's nice to know when I want a specific pen that I could be able to find it. Let me just take you up slightly a bit more. There we go. So you can see. So yes, all of my gel pens, or mostly all of them, I bet there's some strays somewhere along the line, but most of them, the ones that I use within my artwork, are in here, and I keep them all nice and neat. And these have got bands around to keep them in place. The others at the bottom are loose because I haven't banded them up, because if the others are banded up, then they are the ones that I know what they are. I know what I mean. I am organised sometimes. Okay, so first things first, I'll go through the different types of pens that I have in this pencil case. And so the first set of pens I'm going to show you are these. These are the Sakura Jelly Roll Glaze pens. I like these because I don't know if you'll be able to see them here. I have done a little sample of them, but if you can see there, they leave a slightly raised impression on top of your work, and it's glossy, so it adds a little bit of shiny interest. Interestingly enough, when you do it on black paper, the only one that really showed up to a great degree was the orange one. I think it's orange or yellow, I can't remember, but that's the only one that actually properly showed up on the black paper when I did a test of them all. But yeah, they come in a range of colours. I do believe the Glaze are in 14 different colours, and I have got quite a few of them. I've got a couple of dupes in here as well, so I've probably got about 13 different ones, different colours, and I've got duplicates of certain ones. So yeah, the great thing about these is, as I said, they leave a nice raised impression on your paper. And if I can just show you one of them, what you need to do when you, it's a bit dried on the edge, what you need to do is to have a separate piece of paper to start them off on. Once you start them off though, if you want to get that nice raised impression, you need to go really slowly. So with these, you don't rush at them and you don't make them go quickly. You take it nice and slow, so it gives time for that effect to take place. So if you can see that there, and that will dry to that shininess. That will dry to the same shininess as it is now, even though that's wet, obviously. Take about, I don't know, 10 minutes to dry properly. So you don't want to use these on something that you're going to be closing the book on very shortly. You need to let them dry, so they need time. They need time and attention, but they are well worth the time and attention that you give them, which is why I've got a whole set of them here. Jelly rolls can be quite confusing because they have different lids, but they all kind of look the same when you put them all together, which is why I've sorted mine out into sets, because you can grab hold of one thinking that it's something that you wanted, and find out it's a different type of jelly roll. The way that you can figure out the glaze pens is that the top with the cap, as well as saying glaze on it as well, which is kind of helpful, the caps are all very sort of shiny. So the shiny cap on these will give you a clue as to which pen it is that you're grabbing hold of, if you haven't organised them all. I've got most of mine, I believe, from either Amazon or Cult Pens. Cult Pens, I've got a really great stock of these at the minute, and I've just ordered a few more of the ones that I'm missing. So let's just band those back up again. But yeah, they're very recommended in artwork that I do. You can get a nice raised effect, as I said, and I like that a lot. So those are the Sakura Jelly Roll Glaze pens for the first set of pens that we can look at. Okay, the second set of pens are also Sakura Jelly Roll. These ones though are the Stardust variety of pen, and they are these guys here. So you've got them on the white paper and you've got them on the black paper there at the top. They're very glittery, very shiny. They've got some fine cosmetic grade glitter that is in these particular ones, and they're just lovely. I just really like them, and they're great for adding detail again, as I said. Very sparkly. So the way that you tell these apart is the fact that you've got a nice clear top to your jelly roll, very clear, and on the cap there, if you can see there, don't know if you can see that, there's a little star, little shooting star, and that designates the Stardust. So let me grab one just to quickly show you what it looks like. Let me get one that's going to show up on white paper. Okay, so if you can see, really nice glittery sparkly joy for any magpies, fellow magpies among us, because as I say, I am a magpie. But it is really glittery, shiny. Again, it'll need a little bit of time to dry, not as much as the glaze, but it will need some time to dry and before it's smudge proof. They are waterproof or water resistant. I think the glazes are water resistant. I do believe the Stardust is waterproof, though someone can correct me if I'm wrong. The Stardust, I'm trying to remember now, looking in my notes, I think there are 13 colours in all in the Stardust, and I do believe I've got most of them, again because I love them and I use them a lot, and some of these have been replacements for ones that I've used. So ones I use often gold, silver, and yellow. I really like the yellow, so I've got two of those. But yeah, they're really cool. So that's the Jelly Roll Sakura Stardust, and very much used and appreciated by me. The next set of pens, no surprise, these are Jelly Roll also, so Sakura Jelly Roll, and these are the Moonlight pens. These are very special. Basically they work really well on white and black paper. They will pop on black paper a great deal. The way that you can tell them, obviously they've got a nice lid, but it's kind of shiny, but on the edge of the cap they've got a little moon. So I don't know if you can see that they're little moon, and that means that it designates that they're the Moonlight ones. The cool thing about these is that these will show up brilliantly under black light. So if you put a black light on them, they will shine, they will glow, and they are brilliant and really nice, because I like you can tell I like bright colours. So these are fabulous. Let me just see if I can show you this. So it's great on white, it works beautifully on the black though, as I said, it really pops out. They are very opaque on black, and if you're working on black paper a lot, you can see it's that row there. Okay, and they're great. Those two are metallic. Those are a metallic jelly roll. I have only one of the metallics. That will be remedied at some point or another, because I want to own all the gel pens. All the gel pens in the world will be mine. No, I do want to get some of those as well. I have only the silver in a metallic, which I do believe I have in here somewhere in my pencil case. This little sad boy who is all alone, who needs some friends. So that'll be probably one of my next purchases when I get some more jelly rolls in. While we're talking about the Moonlights, Sakura brought out another set of jelly roll Moonlight. These are a fine version, so they do a finer line than the Moonlights that I just showed you previously, but they come in these really cool colours. Absolutely cool. They're called the Cosmos set, and there's 12 in there, and I have swatched them out. Okay, there, so you can see there's a little dot on the white, dot on the black, and a little scribble for each one. Again, work beautifully on black paper, but they are a lot finer nibbed than the original Moonlights. So those are the Moonlight Cosmos, and you can have a look at those. That has got a Moonlight sign, and it says 06. That's the fineness of the pen. So those are also available on Cult pens. Other retailers are available. It's just where I got my set from. I think I bought these last year, but they do still have them because I've checked that they are still there. So they are also a lovely pen to work with. Okay, the next set of pens come in their own little pencil case. My original set of these I got from, can't actually remember where I got them from, but they are the Japanese version. And I do believe, yes, that's the label that tells me that they are the Soufflé pens. And the Soufflé pens are superb, and I've just realised I didn't swatch them, so this is a nice little time for me to swatch out these with you. Again, these are Sakura and the Soufflé, with a little accent over the top there. Okay, so again, I think I've got most of the colours of these and a couple of dupes because I keep replacing them when they run out. So let's do this one first. This is a white, obviously. Just making sure you're in camera. So this is a white. Again, recommended that you work carefully with these. These guys leave a raised pastel, beautiful surface, and they will dry a lot lighter than what happens when you put them down. So let's do a little dot so you can see how that goes on. Okay, so that's a white. It's no good me doing it on the white paper because although the raisedness would show, the colour wouldn't. So the next one, whoops, let's pop a lid back on that. I do recommend that you try and start these. Sometimes some of the older ones that I have are a little bit, bless them, crusty. So this is one of the crusty ones. And give it a little time. And maybe come back to that one. It's struggling slightly. I can see that it wants to work. Aha, I think we might be getting somewhere. It's me being a bit too quick with them, I think. These are another variety that needs you to be slow. You probably see it better on the white paper. It's one of the older boys that I have in the Soufflé set, so this is probably why he's struggling a little bit. This is kind of a peach. So that's that one. Finally got him to work a little bit. This one is a pink. Nice juicy pink. So as opposed to crusty peach, we've got a nice juicy pink. Do not view the peach badly though. As I said, the peach one I've got is quite an old one. That little bit that comes on the end, it looks like a little bit of glue. You just literally pull that off the end when they arrive, and you're supposed to throw it away, but I'm testing them to see if it will make them last a little bit longer, so I just keep replacing it. That's another dupe of the white. Let's go with this one. This is also an older boy. Get him going. Sometimes it just needs to get rid of a bit of the crustiness that has dried on the tip. A really good idea with these is to wipe them down when you've used them. Let's try a newer one. There we go. Wipe them down on a piece of kitchen roll, or sometimes if you've got some alcohol wipes, just to give them a quick once over with one of those as well. It's really vibrant, that one. That's also got this little glue bit to stick back on there. So I have two of those, probably because the other one was getting a bit crusty and I need to give it some attention in order to get it back up to scratch. This is an older boy again. I swear I'm not doing these any justice because they are really lovely. I think they just need a little bit of attention on the tips. I have just recently ordered a whole new load of these. I do love them, but it might be, there we go, that one's going a bit better. Slow is the key. Slowly. I really do recommend them, I promise you. Let me get rid of that one. And we'll try the greeny bluey colours now. Stick that down there. So this is not a greeny blue, it's purple. Again, I'll give it a bit of a starter. Before you use them, just give them a little bit of a scribble on a piece of paper. Don't press too hard, otherwise you might damage the nib. But they leave these, as opposed to the glaze, these dry, leaving a really matte finish. So although they may look shiny now, when they dry, they will dry in a matte finish. It's given away by the pen lid again. So they say Soufflé on them, but the pen lid is like a matte colour. That's how you tell them apart. Okay, so this looks like a turquoise. Again, it's a little crusty boy. Give it a bit of a run. It's a bit like ballpoint pens, you just have to give them a bit of a... Let's try this one. There we go. That shows you the joy of these when they're new, and if you look after them and take care of them, they will stay that way. That's a turquoise. I can't spell turquoise now. Forgive. My brain is a jelly. It's so hot today as well. This one is a lovely green. As I say, some of these are really old, so please do forgive them. These are the newer ones and they run a lot better. got its little glue bit on the green there. Just keep that. And this one is a blue. She said hopefully. Also give it a bit of a run. They just need a little run through some of them. And it's a blue. And as I said, the slower that you work with them, the more likely they are to work for you. My favourites obviously are the white and the yellow. I like the pink and the purple and the turquoise. I like them all. What am I saying? I like all of them. But yeah, very worthwhile. Great to use in your artwork. And as I say, they dry to a matte finish. It's hard to see on here yet because these are still drying, but we'll come back to those. Okay, so the basic jelly roll pens have been around for ages and ages, since the 1980s, I think. One of my favourites in the white pen version was the original jelly roll medium. Let's see if this will work for us. So we're back to Sakura again. Not this time. Let's try. And this was my problem with them. I never had a really good time with the medium ones. But they brought out a broad one. And the broad one works like a dream. I wouldn't say that it's my favourite white pen, because it isn't. We'll come along to my favourite in a while. But the medium ones do eventually work, but it's like, oh, you have to give them so much time and attention, and sometimes they'll work and sometimes they won't, and but this broad one, obviously because the nib is bigger, lets through the ink and it flows a lot better. So that's the jelly roll broad, and I do think they do that in a gold as well. But on Cult pens, they have got the jelly roll whites in 3 different sizes that you can buy. Okay, some other beauties that I have discovered and have just placed an order for a few more of are these. And these are the, let's turn it around, the Pentel Dual Metallics. Now these are super special because they have 2 colours within them. And they show up under different light, and they also show up differently on black and on white. If you can see there, that top little set there of 4, I've done you a dot on the white and the black so that you can see, if I tilt it, you can see the colour change. So they have a colour change. They have 2 different colours within them. This one is the blue and metallic green. I think it is blue and metallic green, which is that one there. I think I put these in the wrong spot. Oh no, it's changing. Yeah, that's showing more of the blue on that one, but then it does change again. And this one is the violet and metallic blue. So it goes down into a violet, but you quickly see that metallic blue coming through, which is really cool. I've got orange and metallic yellow. Look how it changes though. It changes really beautifully. And this one is the green and metallic blue. And I have just ordered another few of these. You can get them in a pack of 8 from Cult pens, or you can get them open stock, and in the open stock they have more colours that you can pick from. So I think I picked about 5 or 6 new ones that will be coming shortly. to add to my collection of Pentel pens. So that's those. I had a really hard time. This is my sad story. I had a really hard time because I was looking for some proper metallic pens, you know, the ones that really show up beautifully. And I had some of the Uni Noble metals. I bought the whole set of them. They were lovely, and I think I've only got one actually that still works. Let me grab it. This is them. It was a Uniball Signo. Is that it? Yeah, the Noble Metals. It was UM 120 NM for Noble Metal. Now let me see if I can find my other. Here we go. So the Noble Metals. That one and that one. So the only ones that work out of the set of 6 that I got that still work is this gold and a green. And I was really sad because the gel pens seem to have loads and loads and loads of ink still in them. And when they worked, when I first got them, they were beautiful. But they didn't work again. I went to use them again and they wouldn't work, and I couldn't get them to work, and I tried all the tricks in the book. Tried tapping them, tried soaking them in hot water, tried taking them apart and cleaning the nibs out. I tried everything and nothing would work. So I lost faith in the Uniball Signo Noble Metals. They were not very noble, can I say. Let me pop them on one side. Sorry Uniball, I usually like all of your things, but that set I didn't. So I did a little searchy and I found these. Now these are the Pentel Hybrid Gel Grip DX. That's a name, isn't it, to conjure with. And they come, well, they may come in other colours, but I got them in the white, gold and the silver because that's what I wanted. And we can see them down here. This pen is a rival for my all-time favourite pen, she says, and then it doesn't work. No, it does work. It is a beautiful white pen. It glides on and it's just a dream. So then we've got the gold. It's a nice yellowy gold, this one. Proper metallic. And then silver, which just wants to work without me even touching it to paper. It's just great. So Noble Metals, you can go and do one because I've found replacements for you. You are fired. And the Pentel Hybrid Gel Grip DX are your replacements. And now on to the Uniball Signos. My favourite ever, all-time favourite white pen, and I've bought these by the dozen because I love them, is the Uniball Signo Broad. It's glorious. Look at it, how beautiful it is. It's just so opaque and lovely, and it works over acrylic ink, acrylic paint even, should I say. So it's a fabulous one. Somewhere in here I have the silver as well. So this is a broad silver. I do believe I've bought a broad gold as well, because this is when I got depressed about the Noble Metals. Uniball actually redeemed themselves with the broads. I do believe that these work better because the nib is bigger and allows out more of the ink to flow. So favourite ever white broad pen, but with the other one that I mentioned to you earlier also coming up very close, if not equal first with this. And now on to some sparklies, and these are all Uniball Signos, and not just sparklies. I'll show you another couple as well in a moment. Let's grab those out. let's deal with the unsparklies first. Where's that other one? Yeah, these are all angelic colours. I don't know why they're called angelic, but they are. We've got the angelic white, angelic pink, angelic violet and angelic yellow. And this is a much finer white. It's a little bit scratchy, but I do like it. Obviously not going to work on white paper. But they are really nice. Also with a nice matte finish. Great for working in journals with, if you want to add some colour into your journals. And I think they do these in other colours as well, the angelics. I need to do a check-up on that, but these are the ones that I have. So the white, the yellow, the violet and the pink. And those are all UM 120 AC for angelic colour. And they can go in my little pot over here while I show you my sparklies. Now these are my one of my favourite sparkly colours to use. I love my Sakura Stardust, but these are also awesome. And I'll get another piece of paper just so I can scribble. Okay, so this is them at the bottom, the sparkly boys, and you can see they work equally as well on black paper as they do on white. They are lovely. So do it on a bit of black there, you can see that beautiful glittery colour. Works equally as well on your white paper. Great for adding detail into journals, into cards, into your artwork. I use them all the time in artwork. They are fabulous. They are water resistant. What more can I tell you about them? They come in all these colours. You can buy them as a set. I have bought another set of them in anticipation because I do get through these. I use them quite a lot. So I've got the ones in my pencil case, but I've got another set ready to go. So they are there. These guys I'm going to show you, but you'll not be able to get these. If you can get them, please tell me where you got them. Because I've searched everywhere. I bought these in a set of gel pens that I bought ages and ages and ages ago from a place called Trago Mills. You may have heard of it. It's a Devon majestic place that you can go and buy everything. And the glorious thing about these is that they are rainbow glitter. So these are the UM 126. I have looked everywhere. They must have discontinued these, or they're not available in my country. Sad times, because these I have used and used. They didn't seem to have as much ink in them as other pens did, or maybe I've just used them so much that their ink has depleted. If I hold these up, look at the glory. Look at the glory of those, the shine. And so we have come to the end of my show and tell. Hurrah, I hear you say. She's waffled on for ages about gel pens, but I do love them. I'll do a little rattle so you can get a bit of ASMR going on there. This can go back into my pencil case. So that's the gel pen roundup. If you know of any other gel pens that you know that work really well, please let me know. I am a gel pen queen, so I would like to know these things so that I can grab myself some and revel in their beauty. I will see you very, very shortly. I hope you're all coping well with this wonderfully beautiful hot weather that we've got in the UK at the minute. But I will see you very soon. Take care and have a really good week. Bye.